How you going, guys, and welcome to another episode of Skullcam. So before I start this video, I'm going to give this bike here a cold start. It's just been sitting since the last video. We've done nothing else to it. Maybe it will magically start. Okay, fair enough. That didn't start. I was pretty sure it wasn't going to, but I had to try anyway. Let's take the cover off and have a closer look. If you've been following Skullcam, you would have noticed in the last video the bike didn't start, and now it didn't start again. I think the next thing is take the carby off and make sure the fuel's getting through to the engine. Make sure it's all clean and running good. First thing, get the tank off. Stick it down here next to the cover. Now I'm going to undo the accelerator cable from the top of the carburetor by undoing the carburetor slide. Grab a 10mm out of the toolbox. Back to the bike. Stick them down there so I don't lose them. Stick this down on the workbench. Got a couple of screwdrivers. Let's crack this carby open, see if it's dirty, see if that's the problem, why the bike isn't starting. A bit grimy in there, but not too bad. We'll have to clean that up. Let's keep going, dig a little deeper, see if we can find any problems. So up to here, we've got the pieces laid out on the bench. Let's take a closer look at the jets and see if they're even blocked. So we're going to check this one first. We can see straight through. So that one's not blocked. Grab this one. And I'm not sure if you're going to pick that up on the camera, but I can actually see a tiny hole. So we might have to give that one a clean. And this last little tiny one, yep, that one's good. Grab the snippers out of the toolbox. Open the trusty cupboard. And grab the wire. Before I go any further with this video, I want to say a big thanks to our sponsor. They supplied us with a light stand. So a big thanks to Christmas time. And also, I hope you guys have a Merry Christmas. And back to cleaning the carby. What we're going to do now is just grab a small piece of wire, snip that off, just like that. Turns out this piece of wire is too thick to fit all the way through, so we're going to have to find something a little thinner. Bam! There we go, I found a pin. Let's see if this goes through. And no, it doesn't. Try it from the other end. Nope, no good. But what we can do is use this pin. Not sure if you're going to pick this up on camera, but there's a few little holes in the end of that, and I can stick the pin through and make sure they're not blocked. There's one. There's two. And another one on the bottom. There we go, number 3. They're definitely not blocked. And I can see a tiny hole through there, but I don't have anything thin enough to go all the way through. Anyway, that's as good as I can get it, so let's move on. We've got the jets as clean as I can with the pin and with the wire. Now let's check out the main body. Other than being a little grimy, the actual main body doesn't look too bad. I think the next thing we're going to do is take out these 2 adjustment screws and give the main body a really good clean. Quick update, in the last video we checked the spark plug and we had a spark, and now in this video we've taken off the carburetor, we've given it a clean and stuck it back on. I've hooked the accelerator back up to the carburetor. We've got the fuel tank on there. Let's get some fuel in there and see if it even starts. Undo the lid. That was a mission with one hand, but I finally got some fuel in there. I'll just turn this choke on, give it a bit of a rev up, give it a prime up with the Kickstarter. I'm going to get you set up on the tripod and try and start it. Well, it didn't start. Turn the choke back off, give it another kick. Well, still didn't start with the choke off. I guess the next thing to do is play around with the idle adjustment screws. Not sure if you're going to be able to see. Straight in there, zoom in. There we go, those 2 screws. I'll play around with them, give it another kick, see what happens. Just grab a flat screwdriver from the toolbox. Back to the bike. So to be honest, I don't even know what they should be adjusted to. If any of you guys know, stick it down in the comments. So I'm just going to play around with it, give it a kick, and I'll get back to you. Well, I've been playing around with the air and fuel mixture screw and the idle screw, but it still won't start. So I was thinking maybe I could squirt a little bit of fuel straight down the carby. I've got a little bit of fuel in this old RC fuel squirter thing, so I'm just going to stick that down the carby and let the fuel drain in, give it a kick, see what happens. So I'll put that little bit of fuel in the carby. Let's quickly give it a start. Hopefully she fires up. No luck. But I do have some good news. Good news is we've almost reached 2,000 subscribers. We're getting up there. We're getting closer every day. So if you're new to Skullcam, don't forget to click subscribe, click the bell. Also, feel free to drop a comment, say whatever you want down there. And I'm going to take this one out with a few more kicks. That's a wrap. Give it a few more kicks.